As a kid, I remember reading dog-eared copies of Batman, Detective Comics, and Brave and the Bold. And all throughout that era, basically, I never once read it in the voice of Adam West or Olan Soul, even though they had huge influences on my life growing up. Olan Soul being the guy that voiced Batman through most of the Super Friends run. And of course, we all know where Adam West is from. But it wasn't until 1992, September to be exact, that my inner thoughts got a voice for the Batman that I was reading in the comics. The Batman the Animated Series started with its first episode on Leather Wings and went directly into Christmas with Joker. It was already a classic. It was extremely well written. The animation was fantastic. The Danny Elfman score, coming right off of the 1989 film, was stunning. But I cannot imagine what it must have been like for Andrew Romano to be going through all the different voice submissions for Batman and coming upon the voice that would be Kevin Conroy. Conroy, the voice that most people nowadays associate with Batman and Bruce Wayne. He did what is arguably the best Batman film that is ever made, and that's Mask of the Phantasm. I stand by that. I still think that it's the best iteration of Batman that we've seen on the big screen, and people tend to forget that was on the big screen. The reason we're talking about Batman tonight and the animated series is sadly because Kevin Conroy, at the age of 66, has passed away. We've lost our Batman, and that is tough. It's hard to lose a hero, and Conroy's voice really epitomized the character of Batman. Batman the Animated Series, after it ended, he came back to do the voice again, not just in the films, but in the video game, in the very popular and very influential Arkham trilogy of games. It was stunning, and he had not lost a beat. We'd see him actually physically as the character of Bruce Wayne on the CW for way too fleeting a time, but it was incredible to see him just back as some version of the Bat. Kevin Conroy has unfortunately passed, and he will be missed by all that's known him, all that has loved him, friends, family, his fans. His characterization of Bruce Wayne and the Batman will live on in our hearts and in our minds, and I don't think that there's going to ever be somebody that I think of in my head when I read a Batman comic book. When I read a Spider-Man comic, it's always Paul Soule's voice that I hear from the 66 cartoon series. And when I read a Batman comic book, it's always Kevin Conroy's voice that iterates inside of my head. You will be missed, good sir. And he's did much more than Batman. But with the voice of Batman, he created an unending, undying legacy that'll last long for many, many, many years to come. Thank you so much for all that you did and for sparking on the imagination and joy for generations that you won't even know that you've touched. Rest in peace, Kevin Conroy. You will be missed. Thank you.